The National Weather Service issued its high surf advisory last Saturday, warning that dangerously high surf would begin affecting Guam by Sunday morning. By Sunday night, surf on north-facing coasts was well above 10 feet, and inside Apra Harbor, waves are thought to have reached 5 feet and more, enough to breach the deck of the 36-year-old Big Blue, which was undergoing scheduled repairs last week, and workers had left the hatches on it open over the weekend.
There were hatch covers left open on the dry dock, and rough surf, got into some of the inner compartments.
How far above the surface of the water were those hatches, do you know?
Approximately about 4 to 5 feet from the water level.
But this was in a protected harbor area. Were the waves that high on Sunday?
I think it's because of the reef.
Yes, there is a reef there, and the waves were high.
Coming in through
The dry dock sits right at the mouth of the harbor.
Guam Shipyard President Matthews Pothen acknowledged that if the hatches had been closed, Big Blue would probably still be afloat.
If the hatches were unopened and were intact, we are pretty certain she would. That's what she does. Water gets into the tanks. That's how we sink the dry dock. In these cases, the hatches were open for our work, and this high surf just took it down. In the future, we will raise it, we'll repair it, and make sure that we keep the hatches closed.
Beyond the cause of the accident and the safety of the workers involved in salvaging the dry dock, Captain Sparks said that the Coast Guard is concerned about the leakage of oil products from Big Blue, which is capable of holding up to 83 gallons of oil and fuel. However, at this point, they have determined that only 13,000 gallons of diesel fuel and 2,000 gallons of waste oil are on board.
Of particular concern to us are turtle nesting grounds in Sumai and Clipper Coves, as well as Sasa Bay. And there's also some fishery hatchery areas of concern, basically in between those two areas and just at the entrance of Inner Apra Harbor. So, it's diesel oil. Best thing can happen is nothing gets in the water.
The Coast Guard and Guam EPA are working with Guam Shipyard to remove the oil products before any of it gets into the water. Booms have been placed around the dry dock, and the process of removing the oil began today, although what they called a minor sheen of oil was spotted in the water on Monday. But Captain Sparks suspects that came from the decks.
There was reported a minor sheen sometime Monday, and we were discussing that. It's hard to know what the source of that was, but if nothing else, there's enough residual grease and oil products just on the deck of the dry dock itself that could have caused that.
The accident also raises questions about Guam Shipyard's hope to continue leasing the property from the Navy, which has solicited expressions of interest from various companies, including Guam Shipyard. Can you tell us what impact this might have on the application you have with the Navy for continued use of the property for ship repair facility?
We do not anticipate any problems or issues with the continued use of the facility.
So you think it'll be resolved?
It will be resolved in the next 15 days.
Pothen's declined to speculate on the cost of the mishap, saying it was premature to speculate on the cost of the damage done. Kevin Kerrigan, PNC News.